Hello everybody, and welcome to Slowpoke Racing. My name's Mark. We're here with the Ultimate Racing League and our Wednesday evening challenge. We're with the League 2 guys and also our new sponsor Dubby, the energy drink for gamers. If you are into your energy drinks, and I know a lot of people are, and you do want to get some discount, if you go to the Dubby website, it's DubbyGG, and just type in the code URL7, you can get yourself some discount on some of their products and get yourself a bargain. So head over and have a look. Okay, so back to the racing. As I said, we are with the League 2 guys. It's the BTCC replica challenge, and you can't really see a lot from that picture because it is very early in the morning. You'd think it was the middle of the night, and it probably is, but it's not. It's actually the crack of dawn. So we've got a full day's racing ahead. We are in Mount Panorama in Bathurst in New South Wales, Australia. We have been here a few times, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about the track. Apart from that, it's 3.8 miles long. It's quite a long track. 23 turns, believe it or not, and it is partly used by the public to gain access to houses and businesses. There are quite a bit of residential properties around this track, and as I say, the public do need to use the track to get access to them. So as I say, I'm not going to go into too much detail about the track. We're just going to crack on with it. Usually I would go down the order and show you the cars. I have had a quick look at that, and it is that dark you can't actually see the cars, so I'm not going to bother with that one. We're just going to go down the order as you see them there. So after qualifying, we've had a bit of a change at the front. Steve Bowman and Fitzy have swapped over, so Bowman's taken pole, Fitzy in second, Firepower in third. Well done to Firepower, getting third on the grid. Fantastic result. Declan in fourth. The Big Mac is in fifth. We've got Shaggy in sixth. Brown in seventh. Hodgie is eighth. Let's hope Hodgie can stay on the track for the 3 races this week after the issues he had last week. Campo in ninth. Graham in 10th, Stealth 11, Ginger is in 12th, Brian Moncani 13th, and the Kebab Man's in 14th. So great turnout, 14th, 14 on the grid at week 6, which is, as I say, a great turnout. Like I said, 3 races, 3 15-minute races. The only rules really are that you have to use medium tyres in one of the races. So we'll have a look at the tyres as we go around, but we'll get these guys started and get racing. Rolling start, which is a little bit tricky when you're at the back because you've already got to take one corner before you get onto the straight. As we can see, the Kebab Man's there, and Brian Moncani both just having to take one corner to get onto the straight as Bowman approaches the first corner, which is actually called Hell Corner. Up onto the mountain straight. Part of this track is up in the mountains. There is quite an elevation change as well, so that's what the guys are doing now. They are racing up towards the mountains. They're going to Griffin's Bend, which is turn 2, onto the cut-in, and then we're up into the mountain section. Very tricky part of the track this, very easy to get it wrong. A lot of barrier bashing I'm sure will be taking place during this race, especially at night time. But the top 3, no change, and they do seem to be pulling away from the rest of the pack at the minute. So Firepower just managed to stick with Bowman and Fitzy. As we go down the order, making sure everybody's still there. It does look like they are. So we've got Brown in 5th, Hodgie 6th, Shaggy 7th. Little group of 3 there, and then a bit of a gap then back to Graham. So people spreading out already. Now then, have we had a bit of a spinner. We have. Let's just have a look what's happened here. It's the Big Mac. So the Big Mac currently in 8th. As we enter the mountain section, as I said earlier, very easy to get wrong. He's got himself on the grass. Bit of a pinball effect. So the Big Mac's gone off. Who else has gone off with him? Not looking what we've got there. Some Campo. So was it Campo that got caught up in all of that? Or did Campo just decide to take himself off the track? It's the Ferraris. They just don't seem to be handling very well. Oh, it was the two Ferraris had a bit of a coming together. So Campo and the Big Mac had a bit of a coming together. So that's not what you want to be doing. Is taking your teammate out. So that's unlucky for the Ferrari boys. It does look like a safety car's been called. 2 cars off. As everybody slows down, and you can see Steve there gets everybody slowed right down. 39, 40 miles an hour seems very slow in these cars. So lap 1, they've just gone round Forest Elbow. They are coming onto the Conrad Straight, which is a very long, very fast downhill straight. Great overtaking opportunity if you can get into the slipstream. However, at the bottom of the hill there is a slight chicane type turn called the Chase, and apparently it was designed to actually slow the cars down, and so that's what that's been put in there for. So we're just waiting for Steve to get us all underway again. It does look like everybody's caught up. I'm sure he's not going to call it just as we enter the chase, so I've got time for a quick slurp of coffee. It is only coffee, unfortunately, this time of the morning. Well, it's morning for me, but not for these guys. Hey, it does look like we're up and running again, so Steve has given us the go, go, go. Hodgie looking to put a challenge in already on Shaggy, and he has. He's got by just before they get to Murray's Corner, which is turn 23 onto the main straight. So good move for Hodgie to get himself up into 5th. Graham, he's having a look at challenging Shaggy as well. So it looks like Shaggy's being mugged a little bit. Here, no, he's managed to keep his nose in front. Let's go on board with Graham as he stares at the arse end of that Mercedes. Shaggy taking the defensive line on the inside as we enter Griffin's Bend, and both round safely. I think Graham had to give a little bit there. Oh, and Stealth snuck through as well. All very tight on this second lap, but it's the first real proper racing lap as Graham's chasing Stealth down again. He wants to get that place back. He wants to get after Shaggy. Shaggy looks like he's actually starting to pull away a little bit from Stealth, but this is the driver's eye view as it was from inside the car into what they call the Dipper, a very famous turn on this Mount Panorama circuit, likened to the corkscrew in Laguna Seca. And you can see barriers all around, so very easy to crash into all of those, as I found out. So round Forest Elbow onto Conrad Straight. And as I say, if you can get in the slipstream, you can make a move on this part of the track, but you've got to get it done before we reach the chase, which is the bit right at the bottom, like a little chicane. You're hard on the brakes, everybody through, and then down to Murray's Corner, which is turn 23, back onto the main straight again. So let's just go up through the order. We'll have a check of tyres as well. So Bowman doing a great job so far. He's managed to hold on to that first spot. He's on the softs. Fitz is in second. He's also on the softs. You can see how bloody dark it is. It's very hard to see who's who. Firepower, he's having a good race so far. Really pleased for Ian there, getting himself up into third. He just dropping off the pace a little bit, but he's not under any great pressure. So just keep it together. Brownie in fourth. I keep saying Brownie. I don't know if it's Brownie or Brown. Let me know. Is it Brownie with a Y or Brown with a silent E? Anyway, so Brown in fifth. Hodgie's now just taking up that fourth position. Hodgie's having a great race. As I say, he had quite a few technical issues last week. Let's just hope they don't come back and haunt him this week. In the Mazda, I expect them to be very quick around here. Fantastic through the corners. Very quick in a straight line, we know that, although tyre wear is an issue for the Mazdas. But Hodgie doing a great job so far. He's on the softs, Brown on the softs, Shaggy on the softs. I would imagine everybody's going to be on the softs at this point. Stealth currently in seventh. Still got Graham for company. No, Graham on the mediums. Graham's decided to get the mediums out the way. We've got Brian Moncarney in ninth. He's coming under a challenge from Campo. And this is what I was talking about in the slipstream. But side by side now, these two. The Ferrari against the Lamborghini. Down the hill. Now then, it's just who's got the biggest nuts on the brakes. Oh, both of them. This is fantastic racing from these two. Campo just getting his nose in front of Brian, but what a fantastic race from those two guys. Brian's not going to give that up very easily though, so Campo needs to try and get away from him. We've said it many times, you don't need to be at the front to have a great race. We've got the Big Mac recovered after his little bump early doors. The Big Mac also on the softs. Declan on softs. I'm surprised Declan being down 11th. I thought he might have been a little bit further up the field than that. Brown down in 12th. What's happened to Brown? Let me just go back and see. See, Brown's, right, okay, so I was going to say Brown was in 5th, so it's at the bottom of the hill. We've just gone through the chase, we're coming towards, and yes, he's got his back tyre on the grass. If you just have a look at this, not that you can see much there, but if you just catch that grass, and it's just unsettled the car, spun him off into the kitty litter as well, which is an absolute nightmare to get out of. So that's really unlucky for Brown there. All the way down into 12th. This track can be very, very cruel if you get it wrong. We've got Kebab Man's down in 13th. Let's get rid of that. He's on the softs. Ginger seems to be struggling. He's on the softs as well, so whether Ginger's had a bit of a moment. I've just had a message, one of the guys watching has got to go, his boss has turned up early. Bosses. Right, don't they realise you've got things to do? Back up with our current leader Bowman. I need a slurp of coffee because it's going cold. So it looks like Bowman and Fitzy are starting to pull away from the rest of the pack. There is a bit of a gap opening up to Firepower. Firepower in turn, bit of a gap back to Hodgie. Unfortunately we can't see how big the gap is because the replays don't show the timings. But as you can I would say there's a couple of 3 seconds between Firepower and Hodgie. Hodgie coming under pressure now from, oh, I think the pressure, there was no contact there. I think it was just purely the pressure. Shaggy is putting on Hodgie as we go through the S's towards the dipper. Oh, and Hodgie's just got that wrong under braking. Stealth decided to follow him as well. So that's both Hodgie and Stealth, and they're blocking. That's causing a bit of a roadblock there. Stealth facing the wrong way. You've got to move out of the way pretty quick, mate. Well, that was unlucky for Hodgie. He was having a great race up to that point. It looks like somebody else had a bit of a spin. Let's have a look. Kebabman's doesn't... So the Kebabman... Oh, he's just clipped the wall. That's giving him a penalty. The yellow flag, I believe, will be for Hodgie and Stealth. Yeah. So the mountainside of the track really catching a few out. It Ginger as well. So we can see the yellow flag. Yeah, Ginger's just got it completely wrong there as well. As I say, it really doesn't help at night as when you can't see the track. That's down through the dipper. It's the same bit. It's catching everybody out. I mean, I fell foul to that myself. My teammate got caught out about 3 or 4 times in that same spot. There must be a big oil patch or something. We're back up to our leader. Bowman doesn't seem to be affected by that oil slick up there in the mountain. So both Bowman and Fitzy, 1 and 2, getting a nice healthy lead. Firepower the same. Just keep it together. Oh, come on, Ian. Keep it on the tarmac. And please for Ian. Do a bit of practicing with Ian. And we've been around this track a few thousand times, so I'm glad it started to pay off for him. Shaggy currently in 4th. He's having a great race. Shaggy also got a YouTube channel and does the commentary for the League One guys. Excuse me. So do go and check it out. I'll get you his exact address in a minute. I did have it written down, so we'll come back to that. But yes, if you do want to go and check it out, I'll find it in a minute. So Shaggy in 4th, Graham in 5th. Graham under not a lot of pressure either. We've had 10 minutes of this race. Oh, come on, Graham, you don't want to be hitting the wall there. Then we've got the big back in 6. He's done well to get himself up into 6 after that first lap coming together with his teammate. Is he starting to tame that Ferrari? We shall see. Brian Moncani in 7th. Oh, just brushing the wall as well. Let's just stick with Brian as we go down through to the dipper. So it's this tight right hander and then a sharp left and a big drop, and then it's downhill all the way into Forest Elbow of another tight left hander, and then it's foot planted firmly into the carpet as we go down Conrad Straight. You can see not really under any pressure at the minute from Hodgie. So top speed into 7th. Well, it's 7th on the Lambo anyway, and then hard on the brakes as we enter the chase. This is this chicane bit, the left then right, still going downhill into Murray's corner and then onto the main straight and across the line to start another lap. Hodgie back up to 8th despite the bumps and scrapes he's had, I think Hodgie actually quite enjoys this track, and as I said earlier, I think the Masters are suited to it. I'm sure Ginger will tell me otherwise. Campo up into 9th, Declan in 10th, Brown 11th, Kibabans is in 12th, with Stealth and Ginger 13th and 14th. That looks like Bowman's just starting to pull away from Fitzy a little bit. Bowman currently with the fastest lap, a 2:11.8. Oh, just brushing the wall. I think he got away with that. You do want to be careful though, Steve. You don't want to mess it up now. Fitzy in 2nd. I'm not sure he can get close enough to get in the draft to make a move. I think he will. Firepower still in 3rd. Shaggy in 4th. Nice to see Shaggy up there in the top 5th. He's had a bit of a mixed season so far. I think, I can't remember if it was Laguna Seca where he spent quite a lot of time in the sand. But seems to be enjoying this track. So good to see Shaggy up there. The Big Mac done a great job to get to 5th. As I say, he did have that coming together with his teammate, didn't he? Oh, as I say that, he gets himself on the grass. Sorry, Big Mac. So it's down the Conrad Straight, and I think he's done the same as what Brown did. He's just gone too wide. He's got himself on the grass, and at them speeds, it is going to spin you around. So I shall take part blame for that, Big Mac. Sorry. I should never have said you were doing well. All the way back down to 11th, maybe even 12th if Stealth catches him up. So let's just go back up and see where we are with the leaders as they start their 7th lap. Well, they start it, they've about a quarter of the way through it now. So Bowman's still out in front. Bit of breathing space between himself and Fitzy. If we can just get through this mountain section, across Sulman Park into McPhillamy Park, keep it clean, Steve, and this will be yours. Going to the S's towards the Dipper. Tight right-hander and then drop down. Head towards Forest Elbow, which is the left-hander. Turn 18. Now onto Conrad Straight, foot to the floor. I don't think Fitzy's going to catch him. So it looks like the top 3 are going to finish as they started this race in 1, 2 and 3. I'm pleased for Ian. He's had a fantastic race. He's kept it clean. Great to see him up there on the podium. I'm just going to go back up to Bowman. So he's just coming down to Murray's Corner for the last, I'm saying the last time, I think actually it might be a 20-minute race. I don't know. I'm getting mixed up with Sundays now. Yes, he has. Bowman's finished. Good win for Bowman. Well done. Fitzy in 2nd. Firepower will bring it home in 3rd. I'm pleased for Ian. Well done, Ian. Shaggy, another fantastic race there for Shaggy in 4th. Brian Moncani in 5th. He's had a great race to get himself up into 5th. So well done to Brian. His teammate Brown, oh, he's having a bit of a battle with Declan. Race to the finish. Brown's got there. Declan 7th, Campo 8th. Graham is going to be 9th. The Big Mac is 10th. Stealth 11th, Kebab Man's is going to be 12th, Ginger finishes in 14th, and then we've got Hodgie just coming round Murray's Corner for the last time to take 13th. So that was race 1. You can see it is starting to get a little bit lighter now. So race 2, I'm sure it's going to be in glorious Australian sunshine. So join me for that. I will be back very shortly. Oh, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons there.